an assembler. And you can see here, I could just as easily put the furnace here, right? But this same design works for a chemical plant, right? If I were to put a chemical plant here, and then instead of this, I put pipes, then it works that way. If I take the same design and I keep the chemical plant, but now I need fluid input as well, it works here too. So you're telling me to shut up. I gotcha. I hear you. I'll shut up then. Because I'm one of them people, you know, when you tell them to shut up, I just shut right up. I don't keep on talking and yak, 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 yak. You know, there's some people, you tell them, hey, I got the point. Shut up. And then they just keep on talking. Like, dude, did you see what I said? I said I got the point. Shut up. But then they don't. It's like, geez, man, you need to get a Twitch channel so you can just keep on yakking and yakking and yakking, and people who don't want to hear you can just like tune you out. Thanks, Zoe. I do like talking. I like having a topic to talk on. I watched a person who they do a podcast, and they have another person on the podcast with them, and they were talking about one-on-one format, two-on-one format, that sort of a thing. And they made the observation that I 100% identify with. If it's just me staring at the screen, I'm not going to talk much. And if I have somebody else, then I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to be more engaged in the yakking thing. When I've been on Mucky's multiplayer server, as a matter of fact, many times I was told I talk too much. And even got muted by the administrators a couple times because I just wouldn't shut up. One person said, "See, listen, he just keeps on talking." And then there was one time I was talking and I made a joke and nobody laughed. And I looked over at Discord and I had a little muted symbol next to my name. So one of the admins had muted me. And nobody was talking while I was talking, so it wasn't like I was talking over somebody. But it's like, if you don't want me on your Discord, you don't have to do that. You can just say, you know, this isn't a good fit. But I guess that's a passive way to do it. So, Egbert, when you say it takes too much power and space, I'm confused. I mean, this is my first foray into 12 into beacons and blue belts. This MegaBase, right? So I'm of the impression that this is the most optimal design that I can get, in so much as if you 12 beacon something, and I agree it takes up too much space, and it fills the belt up really fast. And it looks like you're in a commercial, so let me know if you're not on a commercial. So now the question is, should I be doing the same thing for these? Because I mean, it's 300 million ore, 600 million ore. I could put 2 of them here. All right, you back from commercial, Egbert? So I could put one here. I could put this one here. Let's assume I do that. So, Egbert, it was my impression that this 12 beacons setup was the most efficient thing I could do. And so that's why I created it. Now, if it's not, I'd love to know, because obviously I'm not doing something right. But when I look at this, if I do a 6, if I do an 8 beacon, right, I take the middle out of it. Is that better? I mean, yeah, Egbert, pretty much it's all on nuclear reactors. It's 10 gigawatts right now, maximum of 13 on steam turbines. I have turned Portugal into a nuclear reactor landmass, and when this space runs out, I will turn Italy into the next version of it. I'll put an unloader right here, and I'll just stuff all these. These things generate almost 500 megawatts, so, you know, I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. People have said that there's more efficient. This has a steam buffer in that it stores steam on the outside, so it's not eating fuel all the time. Somebody else created it. I liked it. It's self-building for me, so I just keep doing it. I know I'm going to use them all. So I mean, if I consider what you're saying, which I am considering what you're saying, and I go with a more conventional design. Is this thing 3 high or 2 high? So if I go with this, for furnaces, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is it worth it for me to do this with furnaces? Or better, right? Or an even more compact design would be to go nah, it's not going to be more compact, because I still need to get it underneath. Egbert, I have a Discord. If you hit exclamation point Discord, you can post a blueprint in my Discord in the Factorio channel, as several other people have. Because that's, again, how I learn. Also, apparently, I don't have my Discord running, which I normally have Discord running. Okay. But I don't know that it would be worth it. You know, would my throughput versus space, which I'm not really hurting for space, because the limiter on my design right here is belt capacity. When you look at this, my limit is transport belts, right? I put them in this stack until the belt is full, so I can get 9 of them in here. And so that's what this is, right? 9 full belts, or 1 full belt is 9 of these in this configuration. It's not just about how many per minute, it's how many on a belt, because that's going to go on a train wagon. All right. Might as well get the rest of these out of the way here, huh? So I'm thinking about, I mean, I've got this stacker here, and maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to route those back out onto this main line, which I don't really want to do. I want to keep them all captive. But maybe I put this stacker here. Although that copper is going to get bigger. I can't put it on that side. But where am I going to put this stacker? And these mines. Well, I'm pretty much certain I'm going to be ripping this out, so might as well get started on that. So this is really hard to see, but it looks like you're alternating on sides with the beacons. It's very compact, yep. So I can't see very well on what you're doing there. I don't see where the output is. I don't. If you can just give me 1 or 2 cells, Egbert. So the top and the bottom are putting out to that center belt. And then they're pulling from the one that's going halfway, so it's skipping 1 extra. Okay, that's much better. So output goes to that one. Output goes to that one. So you're only filling half a belt on the output. So you're pulling input. Oh, I see. That one's output goes to the far side. So it is filling both sides. Yeah, I see your point. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wide per set. Whereas mine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yours is 2 closer. Yeah, it is a furnace only build. It is 2 closer. I am considering a hybrid based on what you showed, though. The thing of it is that I wouldn't go that far with what you did. I like what you did. It is very space efficient. But I'm not that tight on space, and I don't need things to be that close together. But what I am interested in is keeping them close to each other with maybe a small gap in between. I do like what you've inspired me to think about, though. Because if I can find a way to build this smaller and still keep my basic design theme, I'd like to do that. The question is, how much performance do I lose, if any? If I smash them together, or if I have less belt, if I have less, if I don't have 12 beacons. So let me take a tangent and explore that for a moment once this frickin' poison caps goes away. Besides, Zoe, what am I going to do? Harvest them? I don't want 10 million trees. Not to sound condescending, but... Okay, yeah, it was condescending, sorry. But what are you saying you've got for effect sources? Eric, I thought for MegaBase you pretty much had to do 12 bacon designs. Everything else costs too many entities. That's kind of where I am. And hello. Yeah, Zoe, I try not to destroy all the trees as well. You can see that well, where there were trees that didn't get in my... I don't like trees in my unloaders, right? Because I need to get in there and see things. But where I could, I left the trees, as I find that I have left them nowhere and have killed them. But I tried. So you have effect sources 12. You have effect sources 14. So you're going to produce at productivity at 20%, crafting speed 570%, crafting speed 470%, and 370% because you don't have the end caps. And what I'm doing here, Egbert, is I'm exploring your idea in my mind, in my way, of how I would implement this and whether or not it would improve what I'm doing. And I'm actually considering making this. If I were to move these, would I get more bacons closer? I might get one closer to this. Yeah. All right, so you have 10 effect, you have 10, you have 10, you have 10. So now we're talking about 4 furnaces. And the rate calculator says that these 4 furnaces will get me 3/10 of a belt. So to fill a belt, I would need 12 of them. So that's a 30% drop, because in this case, if I do 4 furnaces, I only need 10 furnaces to do what 12 are doing. That's a big deal. So I think I'm going to stick with what I got, even though it takes up more space and because it's the same for all of my stuff. But I appreciate the opportunity to think about what I'm doing. Because this is considerably shorter. And I'd just be adding on to the end of it. But it's the modules that would be the expensive part for me. We're not going to do this down here. We're going to do it up there. Egbert, that was a design flaw. I've since updated it. It no longer does the 2. It now only does 1. So I've fixed that or changed it. All right. Let me leave that there for now. I need to think about this other stuff and its things. I want to be able to get more smelting in here. Yeah, I don't. Well, with prod mods, it's less than 1-to-1, so. Perfect. I'm going to store all this crap so it's not in my way. Because that might end up being in my way. And I'm not sure at all why I'm bothering to do this part. Because these resources don't mean squat, man. I could just as easily blow them up. There's no value in preserving them. I am picking up these iron fields so that I can remap them in a new design, and then I'm going to pick up these miners so I can rebuild them in a new design. Because I don't like what I've done. So I've got this miner layout like this with speed mods in it, and it doubles back on itself in order to be able to, it cuts the output in half. Half of it goes this way and half of it goes that way, and then it comes back through. And Zoe made a comment that made me think, could I do this better? And I took the substations out of my inventory. But I'm thinking of a miner design that uses substations and double belts. It would be slightly more belt intensive than what I'm doing now, but less, I think. Overall. It doesn't quite work with these odd-shaped mining patches, so I'm going to have to figure something out there. The total was 22. I just cut it in half and said 11. Not the most efficient choice I've made. But I'm also expecting mining productivity to go up over time. Heck exploded there? Actually had an inverse effect of what I wanted. Good. Getting there, making progress. I'm thinking I might have to move this entire stacker and everything. That's why I'm kind of moving stuff way out of the way. Music's going to be slightly different here. Let me know if it's too loud for you. You want to see goats eating a pumpkin? It's pretty cool. Alright, I'm tired of shuttling stuff back and forth like that, so we'll do a couple more. I gotta get those bots to charge, and then I can use them to tear out this. One more trip, I think. So yeah, this week has been kind of regressing on the MegaBase. I have not had the progress I was hoping for. But it's because I moved too quickly with the production stuff. And didn't account for the resources I would need. The basic resources. If I had done that work up front and not been like, well, you know, that's good enough, well, then I wouldn't be having to redo this stuff right now. Sorry, Zoe, but it's going to be in my way when I go to pick all that crap up. Damn it. Those are going to take a spot now. Now they won't. I'm standing on the belt and picking up all of this material so that my bots don't pick it up. Or have to pick it all up. Why weren't you picking that stuff up? I'm reversing all of these underbelts in the wondering if it will make it faster for me to pick stuff up. $10. No, I forgot to get rid of those. One of those is damaged. That sucks. What are you doing, bot? You are waiting to place that. Fucking idiot. we have a slightly cleaner slate. Although I suspect I'm going to be picking up a bunch of rail, too. Oops. Oh yeah, Stoopy McStupid is still out here being stupid. Can you make it across that? Yeah. What about this? Yeah. What about up here? Yeah. Cool. You keep exploring Africa. And you'll get stuck eventually. Run, 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 run. Woo! Nailed it.